Dawn, they come out, they're a three-point shooting team. They made 3 of the 4. It didn't seem like the defense really made that big of an adjustment, but it was just kind of more locked in. What did you see? What did you say from the bench when I guess that third of the fourth attempt went down?
I mean, we actually did because we were going under screens, so we had to make sure that we were locked in to go over. And I think we helped a little bit off of Frank too much, and then they make you pay. So it was us locking in to playing the way we needed to play and early communication. I mean, there are going to be lapses like that with a team like Missouri. They make you pay. They're very patient, and they wait until you make the mistake and they make you pay for it.
Coach, you brought Ashlyn off.
You got on gold today?
They've all been razzing me about it all day.
Okay, good.
You brought in Ashlyn first off the bench today. Just what made you feel like her skill set was the one you wanted there as opposed to some of that group that you usually bring off earlier?
She was locked in. She was locked in for 2 days in our preparation, and I just thought that, against Haley Frank, her athleticism, ability to maneuver around screens was something that we could benefit from and give her a different look. And I thought Ashlyn played extremely well, like really locked in and had probably her best game, as a Gamecock.
On this side to Pete.
Dawn, first, did you lose a bet to Asia? Is that why you were wearing her T-shirt or something?
No, I didn't. Someone sent me this.
Yeah.
Like when I get stuff that can pay homage to the players that have impacted our game. I give the person that sends it to me. I put it to good use.
Yeah. Also, Aaliyah has been about as consistent a player as you could have over these few years. How does she maintain that focus as she gets closer to more milestones?
I mean, she's created life habits, like as a young person. Like she's gonna outwork you, she's gonna outsmart you. The moment you take a blow, I think she came down and got an offensive rebound in transition. And that's her. I think there was a timeout that was called after that. That's her separation. There isn't anybody that's going to outwork her, along with being smart, along with just having a great understanding of how to play. And she's just constantly working. And there aren't too many players like her that approaches it that way. That's always working. Like she's always moving. They probably should do a study on her. I know they say you run about 5 miles a game. She's probably doubles that just because of she's constantly trying to outbest you, and she usually does.
You had one of your best free throw shooting games of the year today, and you got to the line 28 times. How different is this team when you're being aggressive, especially in a game that was as physical as today's was?
I mean, you have to be. You have to combat aggression with aggression because they're pretty aggressive, they're pretty physical, and if you're not physical, as physical, they win basketball games because they're physical on both sides of the ball, and I mean I don't think that's a bad way to play because we're physical, but they challenge you to just stay there for 40 minutes, and if you don't, they create that edge.
Hey, Coach, Raven Johnson, 6 points, 4 dimes. It seems like when she comes in, she pushes the pace, just gets everybody in order, like the epitome of a floor general. What's her play been like, and how important is she as you guys continue to tick and move down the line?
Yeah, I mean, she's just getting more comfortable. I mean, obviously, when she does come in, she is, she shoots herself out of a cannon, and everybody's running with her. She has a great ability to see the floor and put people in positions to just shoot the ball or just score the layup, and I think that's an incredible ability to do that. Like you don't have to waste a dribble, you don't have to waste movements when she gives you the ball because she puts you in a great position. So I'm super happy for her. I mean, because she's had some she had a really long year last year, and she probably had a little bit anxious to get back out there this year, and I'm just happy she's on our team.
Coach, you had a pretty passionate 15,000 behind you for this game. Obviously, a big difference from playing at Mizzou Arena last year to this one. Just how much help does that give y'all to have that passionate fan base behind you in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's just as passionate as when they're at their place because they fill the arena up and they give them a big boost. But I do think that energy in the building helps the home team. And it surely did help us today. I know a lot of people said they were coming to this game, and they showed up, and we heard them, and they helped us secure a big win.
Anything else for Coach Dawn? Yeah, and then we'll go to Jeremiah.
Very loud. You talk about everything that Aaliyah Boston brings on the court, but I mean, Matt and I were talking on the sideline about how vocal she is even when she's not on the court and the teammate that she is out there. How have you seen her continue to grow in that way and the benefit of everybody else on your roster from that leadership?
I mean, she works hard at everything that she does, like everything, cheering on her teammates, talking out there on the floor, running up and down the floor, going after rebounds, like. That's who she is. Like, that's her makeup. That's her DNA. And we're savoring it. Like, we're savoring everything that she brings to the table because there's going to be a huge void in all the things that she does for our team and all the things that she does for women's basketball. Like, we're going to miss her. It's going to be a big void, not just with South Carolina, with our entire game.
Dawn, I know this is a team that likes to play defense, or USC is a team that likes to, play defense, but another game with 10 blocks, just, I guess from a preparation standpoint, how much of that can you teach? I know there's a lot of length and a lot of size, but how much of that can you really teach when it comes to getting block shots?
I don't know if how much you can teach the ability to block a shot. Yes, you can go through the mechanics and all of that, but there's timing to it. There's defensive help that you could teach those things, but to do what we're doing, we got a lengthy front court, and I do think it's a little contagious when one of them gets a block. I think they try to outdo each other, and then I think they really like blocking shots. I know LA does. I mean, she likes to go after the big ones. But again, we'll lose probably 3 of them. I think about 3 of them in this after this season. So we got to make sure that we recruit some more that can because we're blocking shots. I don't know. I think Diana, you got the percentage, Diana, in your notes. Something like that. Yeah.
Thanks for reading the notes, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a luxury. It's a luxury that we don't plan. We don't plan that. Like, we don't say 23% of the shots we're going to block. We don't. They just happen, and they're icing on the cake.
Any other questions for Coach? Tanya, on this side.
Coach, you mentioned the 3 that you may or may not lose after this coming season. How does your coaching style, both on and off the court, change and evolve when you have players ready to transition into the next phase?
Say that one more time. How does my coaching style change?
Yeah, both on a personal level and as on the court.
I just meet our team where they are. Like, I don't try to force things. I just try to help them create really good habits individually and then collectively as a team, and then we'll maneuver as such, because there are things that come up throughout the season with different players, and you got to handle them. We don't let things go. We handle what needs to be handled good or bad, and then we move on. Like, we don't hold grudges as coaches. We hit it, and hopefully we don't have repeated behaviors that we don't like, and hopefully we have repeated behaviors that we do like, and we navigate through that. I hope I answered your question. Did I answer your question? Okay.